So I played March of Empires. I want to just add that yes, this is a sponsored video, and thank you so much for Gameloft for introducing me to March of Empires. But in order to take you into the world of March of Empires, let me first give you a quick tour of the game. It's a real-time strategy MMO that will test your skills not only as a commander, but a leader to your fullest potential. Throughout, you're able to go through rigorous trials, may it be military campaigns or time-limited events such as cross-world conflicts. It's on various platforms including mobile and PC, so head down to the description to download it for free. Quickly just add, the Warpath update is an incredibly big update. For existing users, it adds a brand new military campaign that gives additional stimulus for the existing players to further develop and explore new strategies, and of course, even if you're a new user, you'll get new loot and crafting things and new champions equipment. If you are a fan of historical wargaming, I definitely recommend check out this game. But less about the game itself, let me tell you about my story. First off, I spawned in a world of hate and war. With death and destruction all around, it is my time to build up my empire and to build up my alliances. First off, I start by upgrading my terrible places, bringing up the lumberjacks, the farms, getting up the blacksmiths in order to grow resources, in order to get better and more upgraded things throughout the game. These all link into each other. The better the castle walls you have, the less likely you're going to fall. The better blacksmith you have, the more resources you're going to be able to access when it comes to getting better armor and troops. It's very important to do this, so that's how I started. Then we needed more resources, so I sent my army and we marched. We marched for quite some time, to the ends of the earth, or about 5 blocks away. Here I went and gathered some resources from a local mine, bringing things back to my kingdom in order to help me with my future endeavours. Then it was time for my first alliance. Now you can go and join alliances, but I decided that it would be my offering and my calling to set up my own alliance. Now this would be the best alliance that anyone has ever seen, because of course at the end of the day this is an MMO, so you're not the only person on it. After I set up my alliance, I now have the option to call in the aids of friends if I need them in the heat of battle. Maybe I'm losing against some heavier foe, or maybe I can see someone off in the distance and I know that I'm going to need some help later on. But what was the next stage? Well, next I researching more weapons, more armor, in the caves day after night, blood, sweat and tears, working up my troops. Getting way more weaponry, and yes, I do mean a lot more weaponry. Give me more firepower. But of course you can't have all this weaponry and armor and not do anything with it. So it was my time to go on an adventure, and on an adventure I went. I went in order to gain some XP and rewards, sending my men off, but only once they were trained up to the best of their abilities. And then, after, it was time to claim my rewards. All of the quests that I had done throughout the first stages of the game, upgrading my city, may it be the tavern, the walls, or even the castle itself. Now I can reap the rewards of my trials, getting speed up points and XP. But it looks like I've still got a few quests to go, it seems. I do like the sound of the incapacitate 1 million units achievement. I may only be on 159 at the moment, but hell am I gonna give it a go. Am I right, kids? There are 3 factions that you can play in the game, such as the Highland Kings with mighty knights and iron armor, the Desert Sultans with furious warriors with spears, guardians of knowledge of the past, and of course the Northern Tsar with heroic knights accustomed to living and dying on their horsemen. I actually played and messed about with the Desert Sultan and the Highland Kings, as you can see here. 3 adventures down, it seems my parties are pretty tired, meaning that unfortunately I can't go on another one, as they're too tired to get out of bed. Therefore my men must retire and take some much needed kip. Meanwhile, it's time to get my castle upgraded. Now at level 6, my max march size goes up to 4,800, giving me way more possibilities when it comes to war. And yes, war is inevitable. But first, more resources. Thankfully, gathering resources in the game is pretty easy and pretty quick. You're able to just send your men off to do it, and then you can work on other things like upgrading your cities and your castles throughout. But whilst waiting, I said no to some, I don't know, I found the chat bit, and I think I made this guy a little bit angry. So let's not do that again. But time passes. Upgrading my city is a must. War is on the horizon, and it is something that I must prepare for. I start researching more new and stronger technologies in order to compete with these new enemies that are coming my way. But for now, it is time to head off. Head off on another quest. May it be dangerous or may it be long, but I guess only time will tell.